Hey guys, I had a video request to do a bookshelf tour. I know I did one a little while ago, I think, but I guess at the rate that I'm getting books, maybe it's due time for me to do another one. So this one may be in two parts, but we'll see. I'm not going to say too much. If you're interested, if you want to know what a book's about, look it up on Amazon or Goodreads. And I'm not saying that to be crappy. I'm just saying because I have so many that it would just take way too long to try to talk about each one. So, and some I probably don't even remember, honestly, myself what they're about. The first one here is Knowing Me by Delphine de Vigan. And these are all books that need to be read. So, Before, After, and Somebody in Between by Janine Garcia. Falling by Doug Wilhelm. Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin. Hater by David Moody. Tell Me a Secret by Helly Capella. And somebody just did a book review on that. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lexi Vamp 666. Bruiser by Neil Shusterman. You by Charles Benoit. And if I'm messing up any of these names, I apologize now. The Missing Girl by Norma Fox Mazer. Bad by Tim Tharp. The Running Dream by Wendelin Van Dranen. I believe this is 2011 book. As Bad is too. That's a 2011 book. Please Ignore Vera Dietz by A.S. King. Heist Society by Allie Carter. By the Time You Read This, I'll Be Dead by Julianne Peters. Project 17 by Lori Ferrier-Stolars. Sorry about the bounciness of the camera. I'm moving back the closer I get to it. Crazy in Love by Dandy Daly McCall. Black Tuesday by Suzanne Colbank. Amy by Mary Beth Miller. Cold Hands, Warm Heart by Joe Wolfson. Girl Stolen by April Henry. Teenage Wasteland by Lynn Biederman and Lisa Pazzer. Dark Song by Gail Giles. I think I just got another one by her, Gail Giles. That sounds familiar. If you guys remember, if I did, let me know. You know how my memory is. Fixing Delilah by Sarah Ackler. And I got this because I really liked 20 Boy Summer that she wrote, and I didn't think I would, and I did. So, The Mockingbirds by Daisy Whitney. Rosebush by Michelle Jaffe. Get Well Soon by Julie Halpern. The Lizard People by Charlie Price. The Tension of Opposites by Christina McBride. Crash Into Me by Albert Boris. I'll go down to this next shelf here. Dirty Little Secrets by C.J. Amalolu. Before I Die by Jenny Downham. Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. Violence 101 by Dennis Wright. The Market by J.M. Steele. Twins by Marcy Dermansky. Crier's Cross by Lisa McMahon. I love that cover. It's so just spooky. Goth Girl Rising by Barry Lyga. And I love this cover too. I love that blue. Love the way she looks. The Astonishing Adventures of Fanboy and Goth Girl. This one actually comes first and then the other one. Evolution, Me, and Other Freaks of Nature by Robin Brand. Boy Meets Boy by David Levithan. Here's Gail Giles, see? Right Behind You by Gail Giles. If I Stay by Gail Forman. Okay, I gotta move back. Freak Show by James St. James. Looks by Madeline George. Jerk California by Jonathan Friesen. The Rules of Survival by Nancy Werlin. I actually like the hardcover better, but actually this one's not too bad. Hold Still by Nina LaCour. Lovesick by Jake Colburn. And actually all of these from If I Stay and then all of these are all Speak novels. I put all those together. Backing up again. The Long Wait for Tomorrow by Joaquin Dorfman. Speak by Lori Hull Sanderson. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. Breathe My Name by R.A. Nelson. Actually, Book Closeouts, I believe, still has this. They had it. I think they still have it. Feed by M.T. Anderson. Paper Towns by John Green. Breathless by Jessica Warman. I love that cover. Undone by Brooke Taylor. Pretty girl. Cracked Up to Be by Courtney Summers. Beautiful by Amy Reed. Rash by Pete Hautman. And I read Godless by Pete Hautman, and it was really good. I never heard of him before, and so I'm actually looking forward to reading that one. Living Dead Girl by Elizabeth Scott. I don't really care for that cover, but whatever. Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford. A Ticket to Ride by Paula McLean. And then my last row here. Let's see. Yeah, they're kind of stuck in here. I Tell You I Love You, but Then I'd Have to Kill You by Ellie Carter. I wanted the whole series, and I remember I was so excited when I found this. I got this at Half Price Books. But I never got around to reading it. And I'm glad I didn't get the other books, because now I'm like, not sure if I'm still I'm not that crazed about it anymore, so. Deadly Little Secret by Lori Feria Stolars. And there's 2 more to this book. And actually, I'm going to take you guys up here, because my daughter actually gave me this picture. So, yeah. Okay. Skinny by Ibby Kaslik. Head Games by Mariah Frederick. Every Crooked Pot by Renee Rosen. Kiss Me, Kill Me by Lauren Henderson. Bait by Alex Sanchez. Hacking Harvard by Robin Wasserman. And I got this, it sounded interesting, but also I love the cover. Distant Ways by Suzanne Wen. Free Fall by Mindy Scott. Lost and Found by Carolyn Parkhurst. Ugh, man, I guess these are stuck in here. Requiem for a Dream by Hubert Selby Jr., and this is after the major motion picture. I know I don't like movie covers, but I got this actually from the library book sale. So. Love Walked In by Marissa de los Santos. The Day My Mother Left by James Prozek. Whistling in the Dark by Leslie Kagan. The Kidnapping of Christina Lattimore by Joan Lowry Nixon. And I got this because Michael from Obsessed with Books 93 read this and he really liked it. So it sounded good. The Dead and the Gone by Susan Beth Pfeffer. The first one was really good. Inconvenient by Margie Gelbweiser. Oh, my books are falling, but that's okay. I'll just have to redo them. Lessons from a Dead Girl by Joe Knowles. Heavy Metal in You by Christopher Crovatin. And Melissa from Metalhead Bookworm read this, and she really recommended this, and I don't know if it has anything to do with it, which I think it does have a little bit to do with, heavy metal music. I don't want to say heavy metal, because nowadays it's different, but like Metallica, and just like those guys back in the day, I guess the 80s hair bands who used to be known as heavy metal. Go Ask Alice by Anonymous. Leslie's Journal by Ellen Stratton. Poison Ivy by Amy Goldman Cass. Trigger by Susan Vaught. Chloe Doe by Suzanne Phillips. Sisters Insanity by Gail Foreman. She wrote If I Stay. Pretty Face by Mary Hogan. And Ecstasy by Kate McCaffrey, and they're talking about the drug. I Am Not a Serial Killer by Dan Wells, and then the second one, which is Mr. Monster by Dan Wells. The third one is not out yet in paperback. It comes out in July. No, not July. It comes out soon. The Kid Table by Andrea Seigel. When I got this, I didn't know it was an ARC. I got it off of Goodreads, so. Massive by Julia Bell. The next three are by the same author, by Laura Wise, and it's Leftovers. How It Ends. And Such a Pretty Girl. And actually, Such a Pretty Girl I paid $7 for. I won it. It's autographed. Ballads of Suburbia by Stephanie Kunert. Exposed by Suzanne Vaught. Hey, I just said I had another book by her, Suzanne Vaught. It's going to bother me now. I am now 12 minutes in, so I know this can go more. So you know what? As I'm sitting here staring and thinking, I'm going to go ahead and just quickly go through the books up here. After by Amy Ifa, and this is for my book club for next month that I am in on Goodreads. I Am Number 4 by Pittis Kiss Lore. Grease, that I'm so excited because I didn't even know they had a book. Because that's my favorite musical type thing. Rival, Sarah Bennett Wheeler, which is a debut novel for 2011. It just came out, so it's up here, so I remember to read it soon. Other Words for Love by Lorraine Zagel Rosenthal. Same thing, debut novel 2011, so I remember to read it soon. These up here are my chick lit books, and then the rest of them, actually chick lit and all these, are all 350 plus pages. That's why I put them up here. So we got Carrie Ryan's, Carrie Ryan's. Wow. Candace Bushnell, The Carrie Diaries. Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. Dairy Queen by Catherine Gilbert Murdoch. Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepard. The Disreputable History of Frankie Landau Banks, E. Lockhart. House Rules by Jodi Picoult. North of Beautiful by Justina Chen Headley. Then you got 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult. The 10th Circle by Jodi Picoult. My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. I'm dropping everything. Not always easy to do this with one hand. Plain Truth by Jodi Picoult. Change of Heart by Jodi Picoult. Handle with Care by Jodi Picoult. Then I got Dismantled by Jennifer McMahon. Look Again by Lisa Scottoline. Breaking Her Fall by Stephen Goodwin. Oh My Stars by Lorna Ladvik. Then I have In the Woods by Tana French, and the next one, The Likeness. It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. Jellicoe Road by Melina Marchetta. Stop Me If You've Heard This One Before by David Yu. The Maze Runner by James Dashner. Solitary by Travis Thrasher. The Bermudas Triangle by Maureen Johnson. Almost Perfect by Brian Katcher. The Lux by Anna Godberson. This is another one, Godberson, that I was going to get. It's a trilogy. It's a historical fiction, but now I'm just like, not in the mood. Impossible by Nancy Werlin. I don't usually read historical fiction, but at the moment I was like, I'll try it. Little Brother by Cory Doctorow. Gone by Michael Grant. I'm kind of upset about this one because I got it from Book Depository because it has those cool pages. It's a UK edition, and now I can't get the next one because they're out of it all the time. Identical, Burned, and Impulse by Ellen Hopkins. The Dark Divine by Brie Despain. Intertwined by Gina Showalter. Specials and Extras by Scott Westerfeld. The Way to Silence by Heather Hudenkoff. What the Dead Know by Laura Lippman. Hateless by Jennifer Brown. Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. Dead Beautiful by Yvonne Woon. And I know book closeouts have that for like $6.99 or $7.99. Incarceron by Catherine Fisher. Because I Am Furniture by Thalia Cheltis. Liar by Justine Larbelister. The Enemy by Charlie Higson. And it sounds good, but then look at the black pages. I have a thing for books that are different. Infinity by Sherilyn Kenyon. Nevermore by Kelly Craig. Oh, we're getting to the last few. Immortal Beloved by Kate Tiernan. Bliss by Lauren Miracle. Bleeding Violet and Slice of Cherry by Dia Reeves. Extraordinary by Nancy Werlin. Beautiful Darkness by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll, and I do have the first one that I reread. Wild Thorn by Jane Eaglin. For Fearful Symmetry by Audrey Niffenegger, and A Revolution by Jennifer Donnelly. Those are all my contemporary or what have you, except for Beautiful Creatures, except for the ones, I'll just say they're on the top because those are all 350 pages, so those are all mixed. The other ones down here were all my like contemporary stuff. I will do another video to show my paranormal etceteras over here. Alright guys, bye.